make sure that we can. All right. So next on our agenda, we have JC Miranda, and he's going to be talking about mall layers, systems that stack success. So JC, I know you've all met him, but he grew up in the Central Valley. He graduated from Merced College with 3 degrees. He moved to Sacramento in 2019 to open up an office, and he decided to stay in that area. Achievements that he's had with the company: 2-time All-American Scholarship winner, a Sir Lancelot Award winner, Silver Cup winner. In 2021, he sold 320 grand and earned his Rolex in 2023. He was the number 2 mall rep in the company in 2022, the number 1 mall rep in the company in 2023 at 73 grand for his mall season. Number 3 mall rep in the company in 2024 at 64K. And he led the number 1 mall in the company for 3 years in a row, the Roseville Galleria. So let's give it up for JC on mall layers.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. How are we doing today?
Very well.
Is the coffee kicking? Yeah?
Yeah.
No? Carlos says no. Guess we have to go to Starbucks real quick. We're Dutch bros. For those of you who don't know me, I'm JC Miranda. Nice to meet you guys. Appreciate you coming here. Some of you guys I've known for years. A couple others, this is my first time seeing you. My biggest role is that just don't be a stranger. I'm very approachable. If you guys have any questions at all throughout any time now or in the future, please let me know. I can share my number with you. Don't hesitate. I'm very excited to give this talk today about malls. Malls have been my bread and butter for the past couple of years now. It's a huge foundation that kind of finishes my year strong, and every year it feeds into the new year. It's a good opportunity to capture new clients. And if you're anything like me, raise your hand if you've worked malls in the past. Okay, a little bit more than half the room. When I first started working malls in 2018, I was not successful. I was not profitable. I didn't make money for the first few years working malls. And once again, now working the malls is a big foundation. It's very profitable for me. And I'm excited to share some of the goods that I've learned and accumulated over the years with you guys today. So, mall season is here. And I want to talk about something that separates the I survived the mall people from the ones who absolutely crush it. And it's what I call the layers. So I'm going to be talking about a few foundational layers that will majorly impact your business today. Think of this as your mall setup. Think of this like an onion, or better yet, like a cake. I don't know about you guys, but I like my sweet treats. Every layer builds on the one before it. Each one feeds the next until you've got something solid, something that actually works for you, not against you. Now, some of you guys are working every single day at the mall. I've seen a couple of y'all. You guys are a little crazy. Some of you guys are weekend warriors, which is awesome. And some of you guys just grabbed a handful of shifts. Or maybe you're considering working malls. Whatever that may be, whatever your schedule looks like, one thing is true. You can't just show up and expect people to walk up to you and buy Cutco. Denise, would you be kind enough to close the door, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Once again, you can't just walk up and expect people to buy Cutco from you. You need a game plan. And if this is a good place to start your notes, I'd write this down. A game plan, systems, and layers. You need all 3 of those things. So the first layer is one of the most important. It's planning. We've all heard it many times. Those who fail to plan to what? Fail. Exactly. We've heard it, and you're going to hear it many times over. But let's be honest. There are still going to be some people in this room that are going to wing it. So what does your plan actually look like? Because if you don't have one, you need to figure it out yesterday. And I'm not just talking about your mall schedule. I'm talking about your life around the mall. If your personal world is chaos, it bleeds into your business. Your calendar should be like your best friend. It should reflect balance, structure, and what truly matters to you. For an example, personally, I never work Tuesdays at the mall because that's usually my volleyball day. I'm very competitive. That's something that brings me value. It's important to me. I usually take Wednesday off as well, just because I like a nice little 2 day weekend. And I always take Christmas Eve off. Not because I think it's slow. I've actually seen it be very busy on Christmas Eve in years past, but because I'm Mexican and we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. Those are some of my non negotiables. Yours might be different, but make sure that they exist and plan for the boring stuff too. And I know you mall people have heard it many times over and over, but plan the things that you don't think about, like the oil changes, grocery shopping, bills, laundry, whatever that may be, because nothing ruins your morning like realizing you're out of socks right before your shift. I don't know if you've been there, but I have, and it's not a good feeling. It sounds simple, yes, but the pros eliminate distractions before they actually happen. That's how you keep your energy sharp. The second layer, which is another very important layer, is your marketing. Drive the right people to your booth. This is your engine. Marketing is how you fill your booth with buyers, not browsers. I'm gonna be very real with y'all. The last 2 years have been tough. I've had to work harder and more strategic these last 2 years than I ever have in my career, specifically when it comes to the objections. A lot of people are being more frugal. A lot more people are kind of holding on to their wallets given the economic state. Last year was an election year. Everyone was saying, oh, after the election year, things are going to be better. Absolutely not. Things are a little tight to people, but I actually grew my business while working less. Why? Because I focused on bringing the right people to see me. That's what marketing does. If you remember one thing today, remember this. There's no such thing as over marketing during the holidays. I'll say that one more time. There's no such thing as over marketing during the holidays. You should have at least every single person, no matter if you're working one shift or 20, you should have at least two forms of marketing during this holiday season. And these two forms of marketing should be running always. It could be text messages, it could be emails, postcards, voice drops, social media posts. Social media is free marketing, guys, and people see it all the time. It constantly pops up. You can do a post on Facebook, a post on Instagram, a story. People love that stuff. You can write direct letters. Here's my rhythm this year, and I'll say this slow. And if you guys want to hear it again, just find me later on. I don't mind sharing what I'm doing this year for my marketing. But I'm going to have a mall email go out on November 25th. And then I'm going to have a Black Friday text go out on the 28th. My postcards drop December 2nd. I'll have a text blast on the 4th. Shipping deadline on the 9th. That'll be an email. I'll have a pre-shipped text go out on the 11th. A final gift text on the 18th. The last weekend reminder on December 22nd, and then a year-end closeout email on the 29th. It sounds like a lot, but good. It should. If you're getting unsubscribes, it means people are actually seeing your stuff. And to me, that's what I call a positive problem. And if that's too much to handle alone, then delegate it. Delegating the things that kind of are time consuming have been one of the best things I've done for my business. I use Avid VA services. Tell them that JC sent you and they'll take care of you. Vast Action is great. I love Squid Pixels because their designs are simple and they're clean. Invest a little bit, but to make a lot. Some marketing is better than none, but layered marketing fills your calendar. And then the third layer is service. Give people a reason to visit. Once again, give people a reason to visit you at the booth. Your mall booth isn't just a store, it's a service hub. Think about the Apple store. Raise your hand if you guys have been to the Apple store. Right. Yeah, people look forward to going there. It's a hub of service. People shop. People come in for maintenance, for sharpening, and for an experience. So treat the booth the same way. Have your calendar link ready. Be ready to schedule sharpenings on the spot while people come up and asking about Cutco sharpening. Pre-frame the visit. This is super important. So, Mrs. Jones, we'll get all your knives back to new. And while we're at it, I'll show you what's new this year. And then, of course, you're going to have people say, I'm not buying anything. And then 5 minutes later, you're writing up an order for 500 CPO. It happens all the time. Let's be real. Don't be discouraged when people are telling you they're not going to buy anything. When they see stuff in front of you and when they're seeing you provide a service that's phenomenal, they're going to buy more. Serve first, sell naturally. Now, your fourth layer is your scripts and your systems. Skill wins the season. This is where pros separate themselves with their scripts. This isn't about sounding robotic. It's about knowing your stuff so well that you can move fast, smooth, confident, because mall traffic moves fast. And there are 4 scripts that you've got to have down. The first one is going to be the Cutco kitchen script. Whatever that mean to you, but are you good at selling the concept that we're not just a knife company, we're a full premier American kitchen company? Are you good at maximizing the points like cookware, flatware, etc.? The second script is your upgrade program. Are you good on selling the idea of the upgrade program? The third is your family program script. This is one of the most important programs, especially this time of the year, because this is giving people who have it all an opportunity to buy now for their kids, their family, and their friends. And then the fourth script is your gifting script. Whatever that may be, I'm talking about your residential gifting script, your realtor gifting script, or your business gifting script. When you master those, your average order jumps from 300 to 700 easily. I'll never forget, I forgot what show I was working. I think it's that Common Garden show. And then Karen and a couple others were working the Fresno fair or whatever. And Karen was, for the majority of the event, was bouncing around like a 300 average order, which is like pretty substantial for Karen. And then out of nowhere, she has like 1,000 and some change average order for the entire event, crushing it. And it's because she sold a Cutco kitchen. It's because she had her script down. And it's so amazing on how much your event can change on one order, just like that. But it's because she had the script down. She was ready. And here's the cool part too. The best paying CPO isn't even from the mall. It's your referral CPO. And that's our next layer. The most profitable CPO you'll ever earn are from referrals. This isn't one you fought for. It's the one that walks up to you that's already sold. That's the power of a great referral system. A lot of reps treat referrals like a bonus. Like, oh, cool, my friend sent their mom to buy Cutco for me at the booth. No. Something that they may ask for. But the pros, they build a referral engine that runs every single day. So I want to ask you guys, what does your referral system look like? Your referral system should be integrated into every single thing that you do. Your conversations, your text, your emails, and your follow-ups. The first step is the conversation. Every time, every customer. At the end of every sale, plant that seed. Hey, Hung, if you know anyone who's been talking about upgrading their kitchen or needs sharpening, send them my way. I'll take care of them and hook you both up with free Cutco as a thank you. Or even if they didn't buy anything, That's some of my favorite referral CPO is when somebody who didn't buy anything refers somebody that does buy something because it doesn't feel like a waste of time. Hey, even if you didn't grab anything today, keep me in mind. If you send someone my way who ends up getting Cutco, you'll still get a free gift. Normalize it. It's part of the service, not the afterthought. Your second step is your referral text. Do you have a referral text? Use it in all of your follow ups. And I'm not talking about your follow ups that people who didn't buy, I'm talking about your follow ups with people who did buy. That's not the end of your conversation. That's not the end of your relationship after you write up the order and say farewell. No. Here's one that you could easily copy and paste right after every single sharpening or every interaction. Hey, Matt, thanks again for stopping by. I love catching up. If any friends or family need sharpening or want to check out the new sets, send them my way. I'll give you both free Cutco as a thank you. Just have them mention your name. Or around the holidays, especially now. Hey, Denise, I'll be at the mall through December 28th. If you know anyone who's been meaning to get sharpening done, send them my way. You'll both get a free gift. Short, friendly, and powerful. This is the season of giving, and now, this specific time, more than ever, I'm very generous. I want people to get excited and to feel rewarded for sending friends and family to the booth. Your third step is your referral email. Every email should include a small referral line at the bottom. And this is something you can put in on Vector Connect under your email templates. Did you guys know that you can customize it and you can put almost whatever you want? I like to put at the end of every single email, P.S. Know someone who could use sharper knives? Send them my way and you'll both get free Cutco. Click here to refer. And I love to put my calendar link right there. Or you can make it a whole campaign. If you're working a month long at the mall, send an email. Hey, Chloe, I'm giving away free Cutco gifts this season for every friend or family member you send my way. Just have them stop by my booth and mention your name. You'll both score free Cutco and they'll thank you later. Here's my schedule. Insert your link. Thanks for helping me spread the word. I appreciate you. Once again, if you guys need these, I'm more than happy to text them over to you. Your fourth step, track and celebrate. I'm talking to your veterans right here. Log who sends who. It keeps things organized and builds loyalty. And when someone gets rewarded, celebrate it. Post it on your story on Instagram, on Facebook. If you're not posting now, get with the program because it's one of the easiest ways to market to your clients and your customers without spending a dime. And guess what? They're already on Facebook anyways. They're already on TikTok anyways. So you might as well be posting content on those platforms on what you're already doing, especially if you're at the mall for a long period of time. Post it on your story, send a thank you text, shout them out. People see that and think, hey, I want some free Cutco. And your fifth step, keep it visible. Make your referral program visible everywhere. I'm talking about table signage, like you can have a little plastic cover with the sheath in there. Refer a friend, get free Cutco. Your text signatures, your email footers, once again, social media posts. People remember what they see repeatedly. Referrals aren't random, they're a system. And when your referral engine is running, one sale can turn into three. Now, your layer number 6, energy and mindset. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So this last layer, specifically being your energy, this is very crucial and important. Mall season can feel long, but remember guys, it's temporary. It's a season. Some seasons we get to chill on our couch and take phone orders. Some seasons we have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. You've got to learn to pace yourself. the best reps don't run on caffeine, they run on intentional energy. Handle objections with grace, but be confident and humane. People walk up for a reason, they're already spending money that day. So guide them. They could spend it on something that's going to last them a week, or they can spend it on something that's going to last a lifetime. When you're between customers, recharge. Something I love to do is get a massage or to go on a walk or go shopping personally. Don't waste energy replaying a no. And I know we've all been there when someone's telling you no and you're just replaying it in your head. What could I have done differently? Yes, those are all good, but don't dwell on it. Save it for the next yes. And during slow times, stay sharp and stay productive. Now, during those slow moments, this is where the pros stay sharp. It's important to stay ready for when that quality prospect walks up. Don't just sit in a chair, look busy. If you need to rest though, grab a stool from like Walmart or IKEA or Amazon and keep it in the front of the table. I also love having an extra chair. So when my clients come and see me and they're like older, they can sit down right there in front of the booth. Get a wellness mat so you can stand comfortably behind the booth all day. It's funny because when Hung and I some work, we'll usually have like one wellness mat, and I'll see it like on his side of the booth, and I'll see it on my side of the booth. And we're kind of like fighting over it, but it's the funniest thing. It's important because you can feel it throughout your energy throughout the whole day. Stay busy. Build your schedule for the coming year. When it's not your turn, take a break and make calls for CPO. That is something that I focused on a lot last year because for the first half of my mall season, it was rough. I was down significantly. And I still did finish down last year compared to the year prior. However, I had my best December yet because I was working when I wasn't working. When it wasn't my turn, especially in a booth with 3 people, sometimes it would take forever to go around. I would walk to the cafe and make phone calls to past clients and get CPO under my belt, which made me feel a lot better compared to me relying on every single interaction right there on the booth. Read a book, process your orders on your downtime. And when you're having a bad day, take a break, go on a walk, get a coffee, get a massage, text or call someone that's important to you, and give thanks. Gratitude resets your mindset faster than anything else because when your energy is grounded, your results will follow. Now, so as we roll into the mall season, ask yourself, what does my plan look like? How solid is my marketing system? How seamless is my service flow? Are my scripts sharp? Is my referral engine running? Am I managing my energy and staying sharp even during the slow times? Because success at the mall doesn't come from luck. It comes from layers. And when your systems align and when your layers stack, that's when you go from surviving the mall season to owning it. Let's make this our most profitable, successful, fun, most layered season yet. You guys ready to kill them all?
Yeah.
Let's go. I do want to kind of, there's a couple more things that I'm going to touch up on specifically regarding packages and some quick orders and things that we could have ready to go. But do you guys have any specific questions for me? Once again, I'm an open book, or is there anything that you guys need me to clarify?
Your service schedule?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fairly much every single day that I'm there, but I don't have an opening for every single appointment per day, if that makes sense. If you like, I can send it to you directly, but I am having it open this year, especially on the slower days. That's when I'll have more openings. But like on the weekends, like on a Saturday and a Sunday, I'm gonna have like 2 to 4 at max. I'm not going to have a full day of service on the weekends.
So what would the weekday?
I'd have about 7 to 8 openings for clients within like an 8-hour shift. Of course, those are
One
not.
every hour.
What was that?
One every hour.
Yeah, I do it on an hourly basis. Not that it takes me a whole hour to fill in my schedule. But something I also like to do, this is personally me. Some people prefer to sharpen it right there on the spot while their customers are in front of them. I personally like to have my clients drop off their knives and then give them a time frame on when they can be back, because this still creates an opportunity for me to be available for people to come up to the booth and talk to me when it's my turn. But I always pre-frame with my clients to make sure they save 10 to 15 minutes for me when they come back, because I'm going to review the service portion of their appointment. It's essentially me telling them what knives have to go back to the factory, what knives are good to go home, and then I'm going to talk about the packages and programs right there. Before they leave, I also like to drop that seed and tell them I'm going to show them what's new in the Cutco world. As you can see, we're not just a knife company, we're a full American kitchen company, and everything's guaranteed forever. Most people start with the knives, and then after that, move on to the pots and pans or the flatware. But we can talk about that when you come back, okay? And then that's where I give them my Cutco kitchen quad pole, so they can kind of like already see. And sometimes I'll crack a joke like, Denise, don't spend all your money. Make sure you send me a couple hundred, okay? So yeah, that answers your question. That's kind of what I do.
And then from when they drop it off, the time frame you usually give them.
About an hour, but I tell them like, hey, as long as you're back before my shift ends, I'm totally cool with that. But Jeremy, make sure you save 15 to 20 minutes for me, okay? That was a good question though. Any other questions? Cool. Looks like we're gonna crush this small season. I'm super excited. One of the next things I want to talk about. Let me see if I can. Oops.
Says low battery. I think you clicked too many times.
We're not going to lunch, guys.
Not yet.
Okay.
The battery's
Okay. You kind of want to have some deals ready to go off the top of your head, because when people see Cutco at the mall, they're going to expect some sort of promotion and some sort of sale. That's why it is important to have some sort of pamphlet or paper on a plastic stand, talking like set selling Sunday or turbocharged Thursday or something like that, just so you can kind of reference that, but more have a general perspective. So some of the things to keep in the back of your mind on the things that you can do for free, super easy, are small, medium cutting boards, peelers from your DM, and trays. And also know what you have in your personal inventory. If you're like me, especially you veterans, I have like a crap ton of Cutco that I've built up over the years in my garage. It's a bunch of red stuff, a bunch of trays, a bunch of like busted peelers that actually just sent in to get refurbished. Take an inventory of what you have at home so you know what you can get for free there at the booth. Start at full price, of course. You never want to kind of offer it. Keep in mind too, the sets and the packages that Cutco has, they all have a built-in corporate discount. And I love using that word, especially like on the homemaker and the signature and the ultimate, because Cutco does put a corporate discount on these sets. So reference those things. Make sure that you have your be-back sheets ready to go. Save your deals obviously for when you need them. You just don't want to give away the farm right away, just because then you'll have no room for a negotiation. Always keep 2 to 3 deals in your back pocket. And I'm not talking about like a buy two, get one free, but more of like something I love to say. And I actually learned this from Danny a couple years ago. And then I started hearing Hung do it. I'm like, oh, this shit works. Something I love to say is, right now we have a promotion where if you buy any 5 items, what we're doing is we're treating it like a set. So you get the same set savings compared to buying pieces a la carte. And now people are going from, oh, how much are those 1 to 2 knives? And now they're building an order for 5 items. And I tell them it doesn't have to be knives. You can mix and match with pans. You can mix and match with flatware. You can mix and match with gadgets, cutting boards, whatever it may be, any 5 items. And I love that because now they're like fixated on buying 5 items compared to how much is this paring knife right here, you know? Turbocharged deals, 5-piece specials. You can also do free cutting boards, gadgets, table knives. Once again, know what you have in your inventory. On 4-piece table knives, I obviously do not like doing a buy 3, get 1 free on table knives, but I will do it if I have to close a deal. Instead of that, offer a free medium cutting board or a tray. or something I also love to do is get the card. I'll take a card if they're just going to buy one table knife. I'll take their card right there, but I don't just stop there. I use that as an opportunity to build an order. I don't know how many times that I've had their card for one or a 4 pack of table knives, and then I'm building up an upgrade from that. So get the card and build on it after that. Any 2 items over $200, you can do a free cutting board. Any 3 items over 300, free kitchen gadget or sharpener. I love bonusing the sharpener just because the bonus rate on that is great compared to like a knife. Free engraving on sporting knives. Obviously, keep in mind the shipping deadline on when they'll be receiving that engraved order, especially if that's a gift. Bargain bin. This is great towards the very end of the holiday season when you're trying to get rid of the inventory. Something I love that Mike Dowd said, if you guys were on the call the other day, is that Mrs. Jones, we have this bargain bin right here. We have tons of specials up to 30% off. Basically, everything must go, or else I'm going to have to ship it back. So, and that's when you talk about what's in inventory right there. Deal of the day signage, once again, have a sign and talk about the promotion that you're offering. Keep all of your beatbox sheets there to follow up with. All right. Does anybody have, before we move into deal for skill, do we have any questions or any comments on packages or deals or whatever that may be?
Can you go back one slide?
Yeah, of course. Something that I really like to do personally is I kind of shift them their focus from I go in 1 of 2 ways. I'm gonna lock them in on one item that they're looking at that specific moment. If it's a paring knife, a chef knife, I'm gonna give them what they want. But once I have their card, it's game on. I'm gonna upserve. I'm providing a service for them, so that's when I build the order. And it feels more relaxed that way too, and we can build rapport. Or I'm going to gracefully sell them on the idea of a package or program that already includes those individual items that they're already looking at. Does that make sense? So like if they're looking at like a 5 knife special or like 5 individual knives, I'm going to show them that these 5 knives come included in our upgrade program just for fun. Let me show you what that looks like. And then that's when I go into it with that. Hong's going to talk a lot more about upserving and stuff like that. He's great. He's a wizard. He's one of the best negotiators I know, to be very transparent. I know when he's locked in, I'm like, oh shoot, he's on fire right now. Did you have a question, Martin?
Yeah, well, technically the 4-piece table knives have the same special for the tray. So they technically fit into the normal 5-piece tray. So technically you can have the tray for free without bonus points on that.
Are you asking that kind of like the 5 knives with the tray, if they can do the 4 table knives with the free tray?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Those,
Are you stating that it does, or are you asking?
that's the normal knives, like I think the promotion still says if you have like these 3 knives in
Mhm.
order that fits that regular size tray, that the tray can be bonus without bonus points being taken out.
That's a good question. I'm not sure
No.
specifically.
No, but it was 5. So
Yeah.
it's the bigger knives because they make the small trays specifically for table knives.
It doesn't work with the.
What I would recommend in that scenario, like if you have somebody looking at 4 knives, the table knives, lock them into that. And then now that you have them, figure out what they have at home already. And then you can have a casual conversation on what an upgrade would look like. That's probably what I would recommend, because my biggest thing is that I want to get them into a block.
Okay, you're stuck on table knives, and you're gonna do table knives, or 8 or whatever. You need to change your mindset. Everything with the sheet should be quoted with the sheet. I don't know why everybody struggles with this. It's crazy. Everybody, even when they're doing upgrades, still sells the cleaver with the sheet, even though there's for it in the block. So we make sheets for almost everything. So for a 4-pack of table knives, it's not 216, it's whatever it is with the 4 covers. But if you quote it like that, now you have wiggle room, because if it's on a tray, you can pivot and you're not losing points. You're at least taking the CPO for the 4 table knives. Does that make sense? So then if you want to give that tray, it's like 10 points, whatever. If they want the covers, they want the covers. Always go for the upgrade first. You're a good, here's a money thing, makes you a good, write this down, candidate. You're a previous Cutco owner, every person that comes to the booth, that if it's a previous Cutco owner, doesn't matter who they got it from. They're a great candidate for our upgrade program. And that leads into whatever, I'm sure Han will get the details the rest of the pitch. So, but you have to find ways to start higher without losing. He talked about the 5-piece special, our promotion that here's the other word, promotion. Our promotion that we have going on right now, because it's holiday season, is buy 4, get 1 more. It's not buy 3, get 1 free. Everybody uses that. It's buy 4, get 1 more. Now you're getting the CPO for at least 3 of the 5 pieces. Thanks, Jason.
Of course. No, that's great. And the 1 more too could be like a gadget or something like that too.
It'd be a Sears poster.
The 1 more is the half 5. Heck yeah.
If you're not, we're on the side of the block.
Totally.
Give a sample knife or a
It-
peeler.
it's all how you-
That's another thing later. I mean, one of the boys can cover that. Sample. Do you guys know too? I don't know if you all know this, but I just found this out the other day. You know the flat cutting boards with the handle?
Yep.
Yeah, you know you can buy those, right? Yeah, I just ordered 20 of them. With my lit order, yeah, I'm gonna make it rain with those as free gifts and sample knives. So it's so good, yeah. So when you gotta do something that can't be 4 or more, I'll tell you what, on this, you just have to handle it. Mike, I can't really do much on these 2 items. It's company policy. The reason why you can't do more, so it's the company's fault every year. Damn the man, right? Damn the man. It's their fault. So you just say, I can't really, I don't got a lot of wiggle room on these 2 items, but here's what I can do. Because it's the mall, because it's holiday season. What I can do if we do these 2, I can either go to a sample knife or go to one of those boards. They're both about $8 or less each. But think about that. You're not taking hits on when they buy 2, when they buy 3, when they buy 4. Does that make sense? And it saves you a lot of CPO. If you just add 25 to 50 CPO by not having to give something for free, it takes away points from you. Your average order goes up, your average shift goes up. It's just more profitable. And all those things that you buy anyways, it's right off for you for your taxes.
Yeah.
But it's great.
100%
Yeah.
tax deductible right there.
And here's the thing, you are giving them a deal. Because they can go online, click the button, they're gonna, yeah, it's the same. So, and some people will tell you this, oh, it's the same as online. Yeah, but here's why I work with Mike. Because I'm gonna do this. I'm still doing something for you today, right here, right now. I wanna earn your business. And make sure you let them know, I bought this for people today. So right now, because it's, Freaky Friday or whatever, Throwback Thursday, blah, 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 and here you go. Let them know, you paid for it, it's a gift from you to them, because you wanna earn their business. And they're gonna feel good about it. They're gonna feel better about their purchase. They're gonna feel good with working with you instead of clicking a button. And that's how you build trust and loyalty moving forward.
Thanks, Danny.
Yeah. Maybe we should just do a panel.
That'd have been good.
Danny, get up.
I'll stop talking. Sure.
All right.
Please, not that.
Round of applause, please.
I think that you're
Hope I kept that seat warm for you.
It is warm.
Don't ever say that in public.
Especially like-
I got poured like 4 times.